So we're going to raise some energy. I want to hear you scream and shout. Please do welcome on stage Eleanor Chi and Seb Hammond for the reveal of the guest experience mobile app, AltoStay. Come on, let me hear you, everyone.
Wow, that was good.
Hello.
So we're here to close it all off with the most amazing launch of our wonderful AltoStay product. Let's get things started.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Elena, a product manager at AltoVita. My journey with AltoVita lasts for 4 years at the moment, and I'm so thrilled to reveal you AltoStay app today.
I'm Seb Hammond. You may have seen me from the previous presentation. I'm really, really excited about this one. So this is right in the core of the part that I love about my job, which is ultimately how can we get the best possible service to the people at the end of the chain. We've had a lot of conversations about this today, and I think you're going to connect lots of lovely dots, especially from the last presentation that we had. There's some really cool bits here. So yeah, we're all here for that guest, right? So the guest is there, they're traveling, they are doing things for the company that they work for, and ultimately it's all about the stay and everything around the stay. And I clicked it through, there we go. The place that they're going to stay at, and how everything works together, right? The logistics around all of this, it needs to be perfectly translated and supported at the end of that chain so that that person isn't thinking about all those little bits and pieces that have been involved to get it ready and get it right for them. They just need to consume it and enjoy that period of time that they have with us. So they may be traveling for a whole host of reasons, right? We need to empathize that this person is there and probably going to be doing something, if not stressful, then at least difficult, right? Because you're traveling, because you can't do that thing just, tapping away at a keyboard. You're upending your life to a certain extent. You've probably got family at home, or it's getting in the way of your usual life, and you want to make sure that it's not affecting you negatively, and you want to make sure that you are getting, of course, your job done. So jobs can be varied. The typical sort of things might be, you're going somewhere to start a new project. Maybe you're trying to work on the relationships with your clients. All kinds of things maybe, on the cards. But we want to make sure that everything around that most important piece, that business that they're doing and that they're conducting, is fully supported. So, the things that we don't want to have problems with, and I'm instantly thinking about some of the comments in that last panel. So yeah, the TV, the internet, all those wonderful things. I definitely felt really, really quite stupid and extremely old in my last stay at a very kind of plush and advanced hotel where I just gave up. I didn't even bother anymore. Like, I couldn't get the aircon working, and no matter what I did, it just wasn't working, and I just felt I felt sort of impotent because I'm a pretty techie kind of guy at times, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like, how is it not working? And there was no support for me. And that was just in a standard hotel. So the other things that can happen, right? The parking, you arrive and you're stressed and you don't know where to put your car. The check-in, it's all just a massive kind of fuss, and it's just kicking off that whole experience in a really bad way. Maybe you're looking for places to eat. You're there to wow one of your clients, and you just can't find the right options. So, we are here to facilitate that, right? We need to make sure that that person's business is also our business, right? It's our business in the sense that we have to make sure that they are able to conduct their business and do what they really need to do, and take that load off of their shoulders, right? Take that burden, take those issues away, and make sure that they are properly looked after. So we focus on them so that they can focus on their business.
Yeah, and back in April 2025, when we had our wonderful and insightful design thinking session with our clients, where we were talking about guest experience and identified many pain points for the travelers, for the guests. You can see them on the screen. So let's start with lack of proactive communication, the one that Karen mentioned. It's when guests are simply not informed about the property details, the check-in instruction, or with whom to contact in case of an emergency. Poor arrival experience is about cold or confusing arrivals when, again, there is a lack of instructions, missing welcome kits, or simply unprepared accommodations. New to the area is one of the biggest pain points, specifically for relocations, when guests lack a knowledge of trustworthy and curated local insights in a new city or even country. Being unsure about support, guests often don't know with whom to contact, whether it's host, is it RMC consultant, is it my travel manager, in case of any emergencies or maintenance needs. And delays in resolving issues, like any issue, if the AC is broken, if there are Wi-Fi problems, is it any issues with check-in process, all of it affects well-being and productivity.
And I love that this has come about from like a co-design session, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this
exactly.
wasn't us kind of thinking, oh,
It's
these are problems,
real
let's fix
examples.
them.
Yeah.
These were real examples from partners, from clients, and that's how the team builds now, right? It's definitely very collaborative.
Traveling for work should feel exciting, not stressful. You've sent your team on an important trip, but your phone won't stop buzzing. Check-in questions, booking changes, accommodation mix-ups. Why all the chaos? Because the hardest part of business travel isn't the destination, it's the logistics. From check-in to check-out, managing travel can be a headache. And when your team needs help, they're left digging through emails and PDFs just to find the basics. There has to be a better way to support them. Introducing AltoStay, a mobile-first app designed to support corporate travelers from day one. Everything they need in one place. Real-time check-in details, routes, and parking info, available online or offline. Smart local tips, powered by AI, helping your team settle in with personalized suggestions tailored to their location. 24/7 global customer service, WhatsApp, email, phone, or even live chat. On-demand services, airport transfers, welcome baskets, grocery delivery are just a few taps away. Need to extend a stay? Plans changed? No problem. Request an extension directly in the app. Ready for the next trip? It can be booked straight from the app. We've got it covered. Because at AltoVita, it's not just about providing a roof. It's about creating a home anywhere in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty amazing. So this is the big launch. This is our AltoStay.
Yeah, so we are so happy to reveal you the AltoStay app. Now we can say it out loud.
It exists. It's
It
real.
Almost. So AltoStay is a mobile-first platform designed to elevate business travelers' experience by giving guests an easy access to everything they need before, during, and after their stay, together with supporting clients in delivering duty of care and service excellence.
And it's really amazing. Like watching the team's work to build this has been like inspiring, right? So just seeing how collecting all of the feedback, bringing it into sort of fruition, and like obviously it's just about going to be launched, but we're looking at that Q4, right, for the launch, and just seeing how fast it's all coming along, of course, with all of the new processes and AI infused, not just on the front end, but in the back, making sure that everything is built as quickly as possible and efficiently. So yeah, it includes a whole suite of features. One of the big things on the well, first of all, logging in. Of course, you log in. It's a secure login, and that person is then able to instantly see all of the information about their past, their present, and their future trips.
Yeah, also guests obviously has an easy access to booking details on the go, whether it's a property location, check-in instructions, or support contact.
You have, of course, direct access to a real human, all right? So we talk about a lot about AI, but this whole blended topic that was being discussed previously, this is that piece where you can actually still have that real human contact and that dedicated guest experience manager. But of course, they don't always work. I mean, we want everyone to work constantly 24 hours a day, but that doesn't work with most humans. So we make sure that the rest of the team is also contactable outside of standard working hours for that person.
Yeah, and also we leverage AI in the AltoStay. Business travelers gain personalized location-based insights that helps them to feel supported throughout their trip. Yeah, and also with AltoStay, managing everyday necessities like supermarkets, pharmacies, ATMs, and all of that is just super easy.
It's all in one space as well, not
Effortless.
running around in Google looking for stuff. Yeah, real-time alerts, extremely relevant and really powerful. So not just kind of reminding you, hey, you're going to go on a trip soon, but also those points of contact, those bits that you reach out. And I believe Karen was specifically asking about this topic. Well, it's already been considered. So getting that question out to our traveler. Hey, is everything okay? Let's have a chat. Give me your feedback, positive, neutral, negative. Let's find out how things are going for you.
Yeah, and when the trip comes to the end, AltoStay will also support you with smooth departure details and, yes, capture of guest sentiment.
So let's have a look at it in the sort of pseudo real world, right? So we've got Alex behind, or he's holding this phone right now with his invisible hand, and he is off to Berlin. He's going to be placed there for a bit. And yeah, he's got the app installed. And a few days before his trip, he gets a notification, and we're going to see him interact with the app for the first time. He gets that notification, reminder, hey, you're off tomorrow. He clicks through, and of course, the kind of experience that we would expect, right? We're all used to these sorts of experiences, but additional to just the expectation. It's a beautiful app. It's got all the information right there. And he's looking for arrival details, right? He wants to plan his trip. It's a day before. He wants to know exactly where he's headed. So he clicks through. He gets the exact address of where he's going to. And he's able to very quickly push that information either to somewhere else, maybe he wants to copy paste it somewhere to a WhatsApp message or what have you, or he can click through to get directions to the default app that is on his device, and he's planning his route. He knows exactly where he's going. So he's doing that the day before. I'm usually doing that on the way in the taxi because obviously that's just, depends how you plan your day, but either way, it's extremely useful. If we fast forward to the next day, Alex is very slow-mo hanging around the airport, checking things out. And he has also just received notice that he has to join a session as soon as he arrives at his apartment. So luckily, his flight was on time. He's rushing to the apartment. And he needs to make sure that he can get in and get onto that call as quickly as possible. It's a super important call that he cannot miss. So he goes through to the AltoStay app, opens it up, and starts to use the app to help him along his way. So he jumps into his booking and navigates down to the check-in instructions, where he finds detailed information on how to enter his apartment. There's no gray zone, right? So he gets instructions, lockbox, he gets the code, he knows how to get the key, he knows exactly where the door is, he's got photos to show him where to go, how to navigate to that specific place and get into his apartment. And he loves it, right? Because he knows he's straight into the apartment, and he's already like one step closer to reducing that fever pitch stress that he's feeling. The last piece is that he needs to connect to the internet. He copies that password with one click, as we're going to see now, and then he just drops it into his Wi-Fi settings, and away he goes. Connects straight away through to his meeting.
Yeah, great. So yeah, we've just seen that Alex has a call with his client, yeah, and now he wants to plan a dinner with the client's local business contact. So, yeah, as we all know, finding the right spot in the unfamiliar city may be time-consuming, but with AltoStay, it's just effortless. So, yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, Alex goes to AltoStay app, obviously, scrolls down to things to do nearby section. Yeah, this is where the magic of personalization truly comes alive.
This is another little AI-infused feature.
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah, so Alex is looking for a business-friendly dinner, and to get his recommendations first, he needs to set it as his interest. So to do that, he taps over Edit Interests. Great, Alex, and type in Fine Dining. This immediately tells the application what kind of experience he is looking for. Yeah, he clicks on Save to add it as an active interest. Yeah, we see it in the list now. And back to the main screen, now we see Fine Dining on the main screen. Yeah, and to get his recommendations, he simply taps over it. Yeah, app immediately springs into action, and let's see what kind of recommendations he will get.
Again, big time saver, right? He doesn't have to kind of look through a bunch of other apps,
No
Google,
more.
searching, checking, it's all there.
And just like that, the AltoStay presents a list of curated options. All of them are venues, business-friendly venues with great ambience, perfect for professional settings. Also, you may notice this time to get there, which gives Alex a clear picture of convenience. On the top, he gets Fossil marked as a top pick, so he's very interested, what is it? And he, yeah, taps over and gets to the restaurant card. The AltoStay provides him all the essentials about the place, its rating, opening hours, how much time it will take to get there, together with a helpful description and a little AI-powered hint why to choose this place. So it's a 2 Michelin star restaurant with a secret garden, perfect for his dinner. So yeah, he likes it. And straight from the app, he also can get directions to the place. He can make a reservation and share a link to the menu with his business contact. So yeah, let's wish Alex a pleasant dinner.
Great. He's had a really easy experience, right? Even the restaurant actually means easy in Spanish, right? So super sorted.
Yeah, and fast forward to the next day. Yeah, Alex wakes up early at 6 a.m. He has another day full of important meetings, but first he needs to grab some groceries for his breakfast. Yeah, because potato is not ideal breakfast.
Not a great breakfast, not for Alex. He needs to fix that.
Yeah, and again, finding the right spot in the city you've never been before, it could be challenging, but with AltoStay it's effortless. Yeah, let's go further. Yeah, back to AltoStay. He goes back to things to do nearby section, but in this case he's paying attention to neighborhood essentials. This section been designed to quickly connect him with everyday necessities such as supermarkets, pharmacies, public transport, ATMs, post offices, and more. Yeah, Alex is looking for supermarkets, so he taps over shopping, selects supermarkets. Yeah, and app is working on another list of options. Yeah, and just like that, Alex get a list of supermarkets opened right now because it's 6 a.m., we remember. Yeah, he's looking for commuting time and it's not ideal. He don't want to spend another hour just to get in there. That's why he uses a filter and yeah, filter the list only by the options under 10 minutes walk. So yeah, on the top he has Edeka Mok, a supermarket just in 4 minutes away. So yeah, it's marked as a top pick, so he taps over, yeah, and again, get all essentials about the place, rating, opened hours, yeah, commute time, and again, why to choose this place. So thanks to AltoStay app, Alex steps out confident, gets everything they need, and yeah, get back in his apartment within 30 minutes, ready to start his workday.
Amazing. And he's not stuck with that
No,
poor-looking
no.
potato for breakfast.
Yeah, so this is how the AltoStay transform every journey, because as you've seen, Alex found different types of experience from high-end restaurant to local grocery store, and AltoStay makes sure that you feel supported and confident throughout your trip, like even in the city you've never been before.
Amazing. So Alex also gets a lovely bit of information. So he's in Berlin for 3 months, and he gets a message from his wife. His wife says, "I'd love to come for the weekend with our 1-year-old baby boy." So Alex is super excited about that. He can finally spend a little bit of time with his family after a very busy work schedule, and they're coming for a few days. But as is the case with very small children, you usually have to travel with very large quantities of things. He doesn't have all those things, so he's going to need a high chair, and he's also going to need a cot so that he can provide everything that his family needs. I saw Vivi nodding furiously there. Yeah, we know exactly what it's like with young kids. So instead of hunting around, going to Google, button didn't do the right thing there. No, sorry guys, here we go, technical faults. There we are. I don't need to click this one now, do I? No, okay. Let's just wait for Alex to activate. Maybe I should. Yeah, so Alex is holding his phone right now. He's opening up the app. And yeah, instead of scrambling for Google, trying to find out how he can find those products, he jumps in and looks for some help. So he navigates to the help section, and through all the channels that he could use, there's WhatsApp, he's gone for instant chat, and he is there able to speak directly with that guest experience manager, the one that's been assigned to his case, and ask for those items, right? He wants to know if that's even possible, can he get that? And to his relief, it's a big yes. He's going to be helped by that guest experience manager. They will then arrange to have those items delivered to his apartment. Again, that's one less thing on his mind. As a father of a young child, that's one less thing to have to tick off is already making your life that much better. He wants to know when it's arriving, of course, and in this case, we have our guest experience manager on the case. They then provide information about that, providing the tracking of the items. But ultimately, the idea here is, of course, that the guest experience manager is there supporting them, not just with information that they can self-serve, but also with real human contact to assure them that request is being fulfilled. So yeah, Alex is super happy.
Yes, and our team is working so hard, like days and nights, to get this product delivered in Q4 2025. Yeah.
Yeah. First days of Q4. Right? If it's days and nights.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So yeah, this will obviously bring about benefits not just directly to the guest, right?
Yes,
so we
not
have
only guest experience.
We have some wonderful benefits here. Maybe you can give us a bit of an idea around the first point there, the reduced operational load.
Yeah, so we want to talk about benefits that RMC consultants and travel managers will gain from this application too. So first one is reducing operational load. So obviously you'll just see that guest has an easy access to all essential information about his booking just in his hand. And yeah, this will cut off all repetitive questions to your team and will save your team valuable time.
With the enhanced duty of care, of course, that ticks that big and very important box of, am I looking after my client's employee correctly, right? If that's the case, or if it's your company directly, is that employee getting what they need? So is that duty of care being delivered correctly? So this is all packaged to serve that specific need.
Yeah, and you know, when everything goes smoothly and guests feel informed, you'll get less complaints, better feedback, and a greater trust in your service.
Yeah, and again, that feeds through from a previous presentation, right? So
Yes,
it's collecting
exactly.
not just the complaints, but also the
to
positive
praise,
information
the
and
service.
bringing it all into that large data set to then make really great decisions at all points. Yeah, so 24/7 support, of course. The support is smart in the sense that we are delivering the support that can be self-serve at the right moment, but then also always giving that guest the option to speak to that real human. And we're not there to decide whether that guest needs to have a human answer their questions or not, but they have the option to choose one or the other. And people are very often going for those low-level support questions. They're kind of doing it themselves more and more, rather than like the first world, was it the first world problems that I remember being mentioned earlier, going straight to a human. But even if they do, it's still there for them.
Yeah, guests tell the application their interest. Application gives them back personalized insights, and together with the recommendation, the app provides a local feel without adding an additional, like, extra work to your team.
With the transparency and oversight, extremely important as well for all guests, regardless of whether you're, on the RMC side, the corporate side, even the partner side, right? You need to know what's going on there, and we need to be sharing transparently all the data around all of those interactions, and that's woven into all of the products that we release.
Yeah, and in conclusion, I want to say that a white glove digital experience enhances how your brand is perceived, showcasing your commitment to innovation and care.
So yeah, with that, we'd like to say thank you for listening to the product presentation. And as always, we have the QR code, so please do sign up and get a first access to the app when it becomes available.
Yeah, and just if you want to learn more about the application, you have like your thoughts or your requests, yeah, please contact us. We will be happy to chat with you.
So, quick time for some quick questions. If there are any from the crowd, it would be great to hear some.
Yeah.
Sam, can we get Sam to Mike? Sam to Mike? Mike to Sam, even? Yeah. It's not working. I'll just use my mother voice. Single sign-on is the question?
Yeah, Sam, so it's not for everyone, like for random guests. So the application will read like which guest has a booking, an active booking with AltoVita, and only by this information their access will be provided there. Yes. No, it's only for our guests, and so if you don't have a booking, yeah, you don't have an access there. Not yet. So it's kind of not included in the very first iteration of the application.
I think the phases were actually, I think, was it your slide, Vivi, at the beginning of the day? I think there was a phased rollout, and if I remember correctly, it's one of phase 2, I believe, where it's about iterating. Obviously, the first focus is around the guest experience directly, but no, I know you're joking, but you're not. No. Exactly.
Yeah.
And bookings is one thing, but then like extensions, right? And then going deeper into that, managing your trip. I had a delay. I missed my flight. All that's. I mean, that the whole point is to focus.
Extension is a part of the very first iteration.
First iteration, we got extensions. Yeah.
White label, or can you do AltoStay for HP, or is this AltoStay for everybody, or can you do white label?
Like okay, like personalized for the company. I think I'll let you
It's
take
kind
it.
of good feedback. Yeah, we will look into it. Yes,
Yeah.
If we give you exclusivity, then you'll make AltoStay for
100%.
Yeah, I think it would be a small hop, skip, and a jump into something like that. Yeah. Any other questions? We've got a couple more hands here. The mic is flying to you right now.
Human support.
Yeah.
Thanks, Elena and Seb, for a great presentation. If I were to ask you 2 or 3 sentences, elevator pitch, why is this a game changer? What would you say?
So I think it kind of comes to the very beginning of the presentation. I would say that's a great sort of start there. So we focus on you so you can focus on your business. The game changer, I mean, we can't pretend that we're the only company that would go along and try and do something like this. But I think the difference here is that we are making this a much more integrated solution to cover the needs of not just that singular guest, but also it's looking at it through the various prisms of, you know, the service providers, the RMC persona, the corporate persona, and it's making sure that we capture everything as well as simply deliver, you know, booking details, right? So it's much more than the usual.
If I could add again, I'm excited. The inspiration I have when you were going through all of these, because one use case that we're trying to expand the scope of mobility when I was there was, can I offer mobility-like services for people who are otherwise buying business travel from us? Imagine somebody were extending support on crisis, fire, flooding, etc. Then when they get this, they're getting all of that support. They didn't plan for it. They have very little time. What you're basically selling us is not just the app, not just the experience, but you're actually doing a little bit of DSP services about destination choices, about schools, etc., transportation, without us having to invest into my 500 DSP fee. This is it. But you have this available for even business travelers or travelers in crisis, or even personal, you know, people who are using our services to do personal travel. This is really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's a great point, because it also, moving away from the opposite end of crisis management, it's the other side of it, which is personal experience. You've got the whole other side of it, which is, you know, someone requests something, like we saw already with the high chair and whatnot. Like, there are additional services that could be, you know, part of the service, or could be sold, right? They could be additional products. They could be additional things that people can request, right? So there's a lot of other partnerships that could be opened up there.
Hi,
Karen.
sorry. So I just first of all wanted to celebrate the success of this. I think it's incredible, and I think everybody should give you guys a round of applause. It really is leading edge and should be celebrated. So.
Thank you.
And then my question really is around, so going on to Kerwin's point of the extra services and the restaurants and all of those different things, how is that information fed into the app? Is it that you have gone through and Googled and found stuff, or is it linked to another app? Is it like, how is that information kind of fine-tuned, if you like?
Yeah, so we are using integration with AI API, and also we are working on the right prompts to get you the right options you need. So yeah, as you've seen, we have like open now filter, we have like different filters like about commuting time. So you can tailor your request to the AI and it gives like the perfect options back to you.
It's like
Could be
prompt. It comes prompt engineered.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it could be
engineering.
different for 2 different people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have 2 more questions here. Just on the far side here.
Thank you. Thanks for going through that. A great product. Just an observation from some of the business travelers and expats that I speak to, and thinking about Alex's story where he's without his family for 3 months in Berlin. Is there something around like an opt-in for like an expat community in that location at that time for people to basically network with other expats at that time? So, you know, I know that I'm going on a business trip to Berlin. I'm going to be there for 3 months on my own, don't know the city, don't know anyone here. Are there any other expats here at the same time that might want to meet with me?
That's really cool. I like that as like an expansion, right? It's like going into the social side.
Kind of, yeah. Like building an Alto community.
Yeah.
And it's another step
That's
forward.
really cool. I like that. I mean, I'd not considered that, but I think that's
Thank you.
yeah. There's so much. That's the emotional support network almost, right? Of what you can provide for the employee, for the guest. Jotted down, noted. Middle of Q4.
Just wanted to quickly address that. It's not AltoVita's expertise, but we do know a couple of companies who are experts in this area. So that sounds like an integration. So really leveraging other people's expertise and then having it in one ecosystem within AltoStay.
Talking about integration, I'm assuming because this is corporate, right? So you would have a plugin per corporate. So the corporate employees can plug it into their corporate site and make a booking. So could you plug in, for example, if somebody has international SOS as a crisis management supplier, could you plug that in, that when there's a crisis in a specific location, that those employees who are affected by it have an alert on their phone saying whatever the crisis may be?
Yeah, it's a great feedback because we are already working with international SOS system. Yeah, so it's just about matter of embedding it into the AltoStay app.
And it becomes an outbound messaging channel,
Yeah,
right, for all employees when there is
We
a
were talking
crisis.
about real-time notifications, so it just would be another notification in the app.
I love that because that defeats lump sum. If you're on lump sum, we don't know where to find you. We don't know how to evacuate you and rescue you, earthquake, etc., inaccessible home. But with this, now you can ping and ask for help, and we can find you, etc., etc. Defeats lump sum business case. Plus integration. I love the integration as well idea eventually, but you probably don't need that integration because you can AI your way to find those. All of the culture destination guides, those people who are selling to us destination guides, yeah, can be here.
Amazing. I think we found the guy that can pitch, by the way. This is
Our champion.
gold. Yes. Just one more question here. Saurabh, you are getting a workout here.
10,000 steps.
Yeah.
Hi there. Oh, very loud. Everything I've seen today is very cool and very exciting. For this app, a lot of global mobility programs provide their assignees with an app already for visa documents, a tax calendar, when's your tax briefing, when's your expected shipment of goods. Will there be a way to integrate that into that assignment app that's already existed maybe for the assignee?
I mean, I don't know. We can pass that over to Ellen in a second. I think technically speaking, it's probably all things are possible, but it's whether or not it's bringing the value, the correct level of value, right? And I feel like there's so much going on in a relocation. I imagine that things can start to get convoluted quite quickly. And then yeah, we are specializing in the part that we know best. And I think from Vivi's comment as well, we can work with other partners to integrate certain information feeds or certain specific services that might just complement. But I think if we go down the road of trying to be, like looking after every single element, it's gonna, it starts becoming mediocre, right? So,
sorry, what about integrating into existing apps? So it's still the same user experience, same product. It's just part of a larger suite of functionality.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you have an opinion on that.
No, I can agree more with yourself. But it's about, like priorities and where the AltoVita is taken. It's pass.
Yeah, it's. I think we would all love to have one app that does it all.
That's my question.
Right?
Yeah,
I know where that's headed, and you know, I think maybe one way of looking at this as well that comes to mind for me is, and I know I've felt this recently on a personal level, which is we've managed to move, you know, lightning fast in like film and TV streaming. But one thing that we lost with cable TV and satellite TV is that instead of everything being in one thing, now you have like 5 different streaming services that you have to jump from one to the next to try and see this here and that there. They've all become very specialized and good at what they do for their specific kind of stream. But like, yeah, where's the one app that has all of them? I've not seen it. No one has that, right? Because it's like the industry has moved away from being one size fits all. Yeah, then you don't want it. Yeah. Then you're fighting each other, right? Yeah, makes it very hard. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.